Hello. Got the baby right there. He was so strong and so powerful that he pulled 2 oxen by their tails through the street. So wondrous was my honored grandfather that all, even the spirits above, looked upon him with admiration. So, when one fall morning he looked out of his window and was displeased, the ground seemed to join his family with their trembling. "I see nothing out my window," my great-grandfather cried. "Why can I not see the sky, the sun, the clouds?" "Honored father," his 2 sons and wife bowed at his feet, "our house is next to the mountain. You do not see the sky in your room because the mountain blocks it." My esteemed great-grandfather sputtered, "I must be able to see the sky. I cannot let the mountain block the heavens. We will move the mountain." And he gathered shovels and pails, and he and his obedient sons began to dig, 1 bucket at a time. They began to carry the mountain away. Obviously, this seemed to be an impossible task, like emptying the ocean with a rice bowl. Yet my honored great-grandfather was not discouraged, and day by day he and his sons carried away buckets of earth. All the villagers came to watch in amazement as my great-grandfather and his sons attempted to move the mountain. Their awed whispers carried to the clouds, and the spirit of the mountain overheard. The spirit gazed down at my great-grandfather and his tireless, unyielding shoulders, bearing away stones of the mountain, and was alarmed. The spirit took human form and rushed down. "Why are you trying to move the mountain?" the spirit asked my honored great-grandfather. "To carry it away, bucket by bucket. Is that not impossible? Even if you were to live to 100 years old and worked every day, you could not achieve it." My esteemed great-grandfather brushed away the words. "I will move this mountain," he said, "and if I do not move this mountain in my lifetime, my sons will continue my work, and their sons after that. Eventually this mountain of annoyance will be gone." The mountain spirit heard the truth in my honored great-grandfather's words and began to quake and shiver with fear. Without another word, the spirit left. The next morning the sun streamed into my great-grandfather's room. He leaped from his bed and ran outside. The mountain was gone. Instead, there was an empty field that seemed as flat as a plate and as endless as the sky. My honored great-grandfather stood with pride. He had moved the mountain. "And that is why we have a stone pancake," Peggy finished. "It is where the mountain used to be before it fled from my great-grandfather's power and wisdom." "No one uses it?" Rindy asked. "Nothing grows on it. No one builds on it. And no one travels on it," Peggy said, shaking her head. "It's so big that if you walk on it far enough, you'll be able to see nothing but the sky and the flat stone and get lost. Sometimes we use a small bit of it near the inn for celebrations, like weddings, but usually it's left bare." "I can't believe it," Rindy said. But the never-ending flat land drew out in front of them, and he could think of no other explanation. The missing mountain is why this place is called the Village of Clear Sky, Peggy couldn't help adding, because the sky is clear of the mountain. And clear of the moon, too, Rindy thought grimly. That evening, in his new bedroom at the inn, the moans of the sky returned. Yep, that's Rindy. That's Rindy, looking for the moon. And he said, "What? You gotta let go." Really? Really? Oh, boo-boo. Hey, is this what you need back? Boo-boo, boo-boo. No? 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 Are we sure about that? Are we done? So that evening, in his new bedroom at the inn, and you're done. Okay. We almost finished chapter 3. You almost finished chapter 3